Welcome to Critical Reading and Comprehension of Girls, Girls, Girls by Dwen, Carter, Drew, Bell, Emily, and Cassidy.
So in the introduction, Roxanne Gay explains or sort of describes a stereotypical TV show about her life in her 20s. And I think the reason she starts off the introduction this way is because it instantly engages the reader with this hypothetical, for one. It introduces this TV show that the average reader is going to recognize, sort of that stereotypical television show about like a coming of age, sort of. And it also provides an interesting juxtaposition to how girls are normally represented in pop culture, because it introduces a lot more details and different scenarios that obviously aren't present in that stereotypical TV show normally.
So with the intro starting and talking about troubled lives and drug abuse, family issues, stuff like that, she's coming out and saying that this type of stuff isn't represented for females in pop culture, and she's saying that it's not realistic at all and that's stereotypical. Like when you think of pop culture, you think of like the pictures I have on here, like Mean Girls and Gilmore Girls, of like the girly, kind of shown as like inferior girls, but she's saying that that's not realistic at all, and pop culture does a terrible job of representing females.
What does Gay admire about the presentation of the character Hannah Horvath on Girls? So Hannah's realistic body type. Hannah is not model-like thin, as many other girls in TV are shown to be. Instead, she's portrayed as having a realistic body type with normal eating habits. Hannah is displayed as a real girl. Hannah gives the audience a sense of realness and a glimpse into what girlhood is actually like. Hannah shows the true triumphs and troubles of being a girl whilst discovering herself. Gay finds his representation of young adulthood respectable.
So going off what Cassidy said and continuing the comprehension question, I have a quote from the passage. Gay says, "We see her," meaning Hannah, "endure the petty humiliations so many young women have to endure. We see the life of one kind of real girl, and that is important." What she's saying here is that it's important to understand what life is like for others around you. She also speaks of the many expectations surrounding girls and how we look for authentic representations of girls.
And here's a short video excerpt from Roxanne Gay's TED Talk.
Mostly in my teens and 20s, I had strange ideas about feminists as hairy, angry, man-hating, sex-hating women, as if those are bad things. These days, I look at how women are treated the world over, and anger in particular seems like a perfectly reasonable response. But back then, I worried about the tone people used when suggesting I might be a feminist. The feminist label was an accusation. It was an F word and not a nice one. I was labeled a woman who doesn't play by the rules, who expects too much, who thinks far too highly of myself by daring to believe I am equal and superior to a man. You don't want to be that rebel woman until you realize that you very much are that woman and cannot imagine being anyone else. As I got older, I began to accept that I am indeed a feminist and a proud one. I hold certain truths to be self-evident. Women are equal to men. We deserve equal pay for equal work. We have the right to move through the world as we choose, free from harassment or violence. We have the right to easy, affordable access to birth control and reproductive services. We have the right to make choices about our bodies free from legislative oversight or evangelical doctrine. We have the right to respect. There's more. When we talk about the needs of women, we have to consider the other identities we inhabit. We are not just women. We are people with different bodies, gender expressions, faiths, sexualities, class backgrounds, abilities, and so much more.
After watching the first video clip, could you tell how passionate Gay is in the TED Talk, and would you be able to compare that to how she wrote Girls, Girls, Girls?
So here's another quick video of Hannah's character from the TV show.
I think that I may be the voice of my generation, or at least a voice of a generation.
From what you saw in that first video clip of Hannah, could you draw the conclusion that she is very much so like Roxane Gay?
And here's our bibliography. Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.